The world of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon continues in this prequel comic, Rebel Moon Nemesis. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to be doing a review for Rebel Moon Nemesis #1. This is a new book from Titan Comics. This is part 1 of 4, so it's a miniseries very similar to The House of the Blood Axe. This is, of course, with a story by Zack Snyder, written by Gail Simone, art by Federico Bertoni, colors by Faris Macy, and letters by Ann World Design. In this prequel set in Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon universe, this miniseries explores the origins of Nemesis before becoming the feared cyborg warrior seen on screen. She's an innocent civilian whose life is shattered when Imperium soldiers massacre her family. A raw, revenge driven origin story styled like a Western but set against this galactic backdrop. Um, I was very much looking forward to this series. I think it's really cool that the world of the Rebel Moon films continues in the comic book form, and we get to spend a little bit more time with some of these characters that maybe did not get a full backstory, a full way to uncover who they were. I think something that's very interesting about this specific issue, before I get into the full review, uh, the project began, and this is from a recent email that I received from Comics. Gail Simone kind of just put out there, maybe in an interview, or like she expressed that she really enjoyed the character of Nemesis and would one day love to write her. This eventually got back to Zack Snyder, and of course, then they met up, and here we have now the Nemesis series, which is very cool. I think Nemesis was one of the standout characters as far as like design. She wields the swords, right? So that's always very cool. And overall, she was just a really badass character. And Gail Simone can write a badass character. So, um, and I think a revenge story just really fits the idea of who this character is by the time that we met them in the film. So I really was engaged with the story, going back through the years from her origin, from the initial incident, and then from the list of people, if you will, that she now wants to destroy as part of her revenge plan. So this was great. I really enjoy the art too. It really feels very stylized, very it feels very foreign of the world, because we are seeing things through a flashback, through a lens of maybe memories. It really doesn't need to be photorealistic, right? This is kind of how you would remember it. And of course, it really works with the aesthetic of Nemesis and how badass the character is. This book is gory, it's violent, but overall it's just really entertaining. Now I think this will be a lot better once I read all 4 issues, but I was very much hooked by the first issue, and I very much enjoyed it. The book explores a little bit of the revenge and trauma, as this narrative kind of centers on this personal tragedy for Nemesis, how from a regular person she kind of has to become this warrior, and there's this transformation that she loses her innocence and she's hardened into this killer that we know by the time we see the movies. But then, of course, also contrasting the oppressive Imperium forces against the people's fight to reclaim their power. So yeah, I think it all really works. I'm a very big fan of Gail Simone. Whether it's stuff like Birds of Prey from DC Comics, even something like The Secret Six, which is a very underrated book in my opinion. She really knows how to capture these characters' voices. She's written Red Sonja, so she knows how to tell stories with badass female characters. And Nemesis just happens to be the next one on the list. So I couldn't think of anyone better. And then, like I said, because I am a fan of this Rebel Moon universe, I'm always very excited to see when the universe keeps expanding. This was something that was announced a while back, and I'm very glad that it's finally out. So, if you have checked out Rebel Moon Nemesis #1, let me know about it down in the comments. I will very likely continue to cover the series once it's all done, after the 4 issues are dropped, just because I feel it's an easier way for me to tell you about the overall feel of the series as opposed to going chapter by chapter. But I will definitely keep reading these individually. So As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Let me know which cover you picked up because there are so many cool covers here. But even the main cover is pretty badass. As always, stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, movie reviews, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.